All right, yeah, I know I just ended the live. I was on live for an hour 20 minutes, but I am back again from the live. It is content day, I guess. Welcome back to Commission Reviews, the queen of reality TV. Okay, we're just gonna jump right in. Now you know that me and Dina had a wonderful recap yesterday talking about Never Ever Mets, and my girl sent me some stuff about the mess going on with this best friend and Clave, as they call him. First, I'm gonna play a clip of her talking on this podcast. Hold on.
I shout it from the rooftops just about. I do porn. Because I need you to follow my career. Because if you're my brother and you don't want to see me deep throating chocolate god,
Jesus.
then damn it, you need to follow me on Instagram to know to not subscribe to All Black X right now. Or you need to know to stay off of Team Skeet's website. Or
Oh Jesus. Okay, so I'm not gonna play everything that she said, but really that first part is what I want you guys to hear. Now we're gonna fast forward a little bit to wait a minute, where's the video at? I'm sorry. Of what Dina sent me today about the ex-girlfriends of Clay.
Actually, we're going back in time, not fast forward, back in time.
Well, I guess so, man. My bad. Because it was 5 years ago, apparently. So I had not heard this yet. I think Dina already played it already, but I'm gonna play it now.
Relationship.
Wait a minute, girl. Wait a minute. Jamila is one of the exes on there?
Girl!
Oh my God! First of all, I
You
got
should
you.
have watched the video when I sent it to you.
Dina, don't stop fussing at me right now. I wanted to watch it live with everybody else, and I didn't. Oh, wait a minute. I got to change the title of this fucking video. I did. This is bull. Okay. Before I even play this, because Dina has already heard it. Okay.
I ain't watched the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
I just saw where it said we bought 3 of Clavacier's exes, Jamila, Rochella, and
Wait a
Luna.
minute.
And this was 5 years ago. I told y'all yesterday he hit it before.
Wait a minute.
I just wanted y'all
I'm
to know
gonna change my title.
Coming with the receipt.
As always, hold on. I'm changing my title right now as we're talking. I have to because that's his ex. And oh my God, this is so nasty and so messy.
I was confused by the title because I thought you had saw that.
Wait a minute. What's her name? Jamila? Wait a minute.
Yes.
How you spell it?
Jameelah.
That is. Okay, I'm changing this whole title. I'm just putting that's his ex. I'm not even adding other stuff in. I mean, we're gonna talk about it because he did bring the promoter, but I'm just gonna put Jamila as his ex. Okay, so let me play this so you guys can hear because this is a hot ass mess. And if you don't know who Jamila is allegedly the best friend that he brought on the show, and she hugged him with her legs.
So we met at
a music video shoot.
An event that I was promoting on set. It was a music video set.
She was attracted to my
body, his smile, his personality.
To his body. I like his muscles.
And I was attracted to her.
My ass, for sure.
To my butt and my spirituality. My smile.
Who made the first move?
Clay made the first move.
Of course he made the first move. I don't make first moves. He did. I never make the first move.
He walked up to me and he said, "Hey, we should get together and shoot some skits sometimes." And then he looked at my ass for a very, very long time.
He came up to me asking to get him for free inside the clubs. I told him that's not possible though. He walked up to me and asked me if I had a boyfriend, and I said no.
Our first date was...
He tried to take me to the beach, but I wanted to go to dinner, so we went to Mexicali.
At an Italian restaurant 8 months after I met him. Chinese food.
Our first kiss was...
actually outside of his grandma's house.
At our first date. The first day we met on set. So after we wrapped, we were just talking and
She thought my best physical feature was...
his chest, his muscles.
His smile for sure, although he thinks it's his abs.
She thought my best personality trait was...
how funny he was.
He has a really kind heart. He's very sociable, and I like that about him.
I thought she looked like...
$1 million.
Mila Kunis. Sade.
She thought I looked like...
I don't want to say
look like nobody else. Maybe that's why I liked him.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Fuck it.
I don't think he looks like anyone.
I call him sexual chocolate.
We bonded the most over.
Quality time, talk, and sex.
Fitness,
Work.
I would call her,
jam,
Shawty. Babe.
and she would call me.
poppy.
Oh, wow, Poppy.
Maybe, but Clavacia sounds good enough. Muscle Man.
Our go-to date restaurant was
Olive Garden.
He actually didn't really like to go to restaurants, so it's hard to say.
All you can eat sushi.
Who paid on dates.
Clay always tried to make me pay on dates, but I made him pay on the dates.
Of course he did, but sometimes I went half, but mostly him. He did.
I introduced her to.
Recording my entire life on Instagram.
Hiking in Mother Nature for the first time ever, and I'll forever be grateful for that. Sushi. And I still don't like it.
And she
Oh, I'm sorry.
introduced me to.
Am I able to say this?
Meditation and breathing, and I think he's grateful for that too.
I don't think I introduced him to anything.
Kama Sutra. I can't.
The holidays we spent together were.
We actually spent every holiday together. We were together for about a year.
Valentine's Day and Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Halloween.
On Valentine's Day, I got her.
Chocolates and roses.
He took me out to dinner and bought me flowers.
We was not dating on Valentine's Day. We was only friends. He got something to his girlfriend at the time. So
We loved to.
Go dancing and go to the bar.
Go out hiking to Runyon Canyon or go to the beach and jog.
love to go in social situations, hang out with a lot of people, and have a blast.
We like to dance to.
Any hip hop song, really.
Hip hop and reggaeton.
Hip hop and R&B.
The best picture of us is.
Wow. I can't show y'all
I
that.
actually deleted most of our pictures.
My favorite restaurant is.
Jamba Juice, probably. He likes those little acai bowls.
Anything that has seafood in it.
I don't know.
I know it's going to sound terrible, but my favorite restaurant is Diddy's. Childhood memories. She knows that I hate.
When his waves are not in place. He's so obsessed with his hair.
Mood swings.
Anything dirty. He doesn't like any dirt anywhere.
Yeah, no dirty girls.
Wow.
I'm most afraid of.
Getting fat.
Not being booked.
Losing.
I don't like heights. My favorite hobby is.
Working out.
Hiking, working out, and partying.
Football.
I like to go hiking. My favorite movie is.
Crash.
I don't know. I'm guilty.
He doesn't really have a favorite movie, but he likes horror films.
Friday. My favorite musician is.
It's kind of hard to say because he plays what he thinks everybody else wants to hear.
Maybe Kanye West. That's how you say it. Kanye.
Drake.
My favorite hip hop artist is YG and R&B. I like to listen to Ty Dolla $ign. She knew that my favorite food was.
Canned fruit, and I hated it so much.
Seafood. So that married perfectly with my love for sushi. I really do. I have it on my keychain.
Sushi.
My favorite food is seafood, hands down. My celebrity crush is.
Wow, he had so many.
Me.
I don't know.
Bernice Burgos and Cardi B.
I don't really know. Like I can say like Zendaya. Something that always makes me happy is.
When I call him,
It's sex.
Oh,
Winning.
wow.
Other than food, I love my siblings. She knew that I love to travel too.
To my home country, which is Italy.
All over. He loves to travel.
ooh, he really wants to go over to Europe.
I would like to go to Mexico. I've always wanted to buy.
A house.
New car accessories.
He always wanted to buy veneers, and he got those.
I bought everything I've always wanted except for a house. My most cherished item is
His car.
I don't know.
my high school championship football ring. She knew that I always dreamed that I would.
Be a big star in a Colgate commercial.
Be successful, famous.
A successful actor.
I always dreamed that I'd be on TV somewhere. My mantra is.
Make more money.
He just always throws out positive affirmations.
Hello.
Who takes longer to get ready?
Clay takes longer to get ready than I do, for sure.
He does. I'm really fast.
I do.
I would say the woman in all the relationships I've been in take longer to get ready. My greatest skill is.
Working out.
He is such a people person.
I would say that my greatest skill is communication. I can like talk and work.
No, but wait, you missed that part where he said, "I can talk my way out of anything."
He is.
Wait. First of all, two things. That part, and then he says his communication is great, but yeah, you
And
could
he
not
can
tell the
talk.
girl. You had he lied about a whole human being, and
He can talk his way out of anything, which goes to the fact that I said yesterday, the way he acted and the way he did and the way everything was supposed to snap back was what he is used to. And when his boom boom room performance and his mouth of the South, all his get the gab, all that did not work, then he threw a temper tantrum. I told y'all this is his MO. This is the way he works and operates. I said that yesterday. And now I got the fact.
so I have to be honest with you guys. I'm actually talking to her right now in the DMs. Right?
She's in the chat.
Oh, she is. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She just came to chat just now. Okay, hold
Just
on.
now. Hey
Okay.
there.
Hey, mama, how you doing? Okay, so hey, Justin T. So what I'm gonna say is this: I feel like that this article that we just played is called "Three Ex-Girlfriends Describe the Relationship with the Same Man." So hold on. She says post the link so she can join. Hang on. Okay, the link is in the chat, so you can click that link and join us live. Now, the video that said three ex-girlfriends describe the relationship with the same man. The situation here is, Mama, you are on this video. Okay, so of course, me and Dina don't know. We're probably went behind the scenes, but it says again, three ex-girlfriends describe their relationship with the same man and shows his name. And you are talking with the other ladies. Dina, give me your thoughts, Mama. I'm gonna put this.
Well, I mean, I believe she said they dated for like a year. I got the voices correctly.
Okay.
Like again, this was 2019. We've known on these shows that people have brought their exes on there. The sister that's not really the sister, but they've been childhood friends since they were 7. However, we all called it out that there had been some type of physical activity between them before. It was very obvious. So whether it's currently ongoing or in the past or y'all just haven't seen each other in a while, I don't know, but I called it yesterday. So I mean, and here's the thing, other than the hug for me being disrespectful, but now we know that this man was on this show because he wants to be on TV by any means necessary. I don't know, besides faulting him for putting people in that position, I don't know.
So this is for me. I feel like he tried to embarrass both ladies. I'm gonna say this, right? I would love to hear from her to find out, because what you're saying, Dina, they relationship for a year, wherever that relationship was, complicated, friends with benefits, whatever that relationship looked like. When he represented and said you came on the show, like, hey, it's my best friend. And that would be, if that's the case, that was your ex, whatever, that would be a lie. Now, I know there have been some people who have ex-boyfriends and girlfriends and they become best friends. Dina, I know you know that. It's happened before.
He could have stated that.
True. I agree with that. If that's the case, that's no big deal. That's happened all the time when people who dated and say, you know what, we are better as friends and become the best of friends. It's happened. Uh-oh, she's in the background. Hang tight. Hey, Queen, how you doing, Mama? Hello. Welcome, Mama.
Hey, sorry, I was.
No, you're good,
sleeping.
sweetie. You're good. You want us to call you Jane? Is that you cool with?
That's just a stage name
Okay.
of mine. So I was like, I got the DM and you're like, oh, you're his ex-girlfriend. I'm like, what the hell? How did they think I'm his ex? So the clip that you guys are playing,
Okay.
I'm one of the most honest people you're gonna meet, but everybody needs to make money sometimes, right?
100%. Yep, 100%.
So I when he did that show, I think that was a Glamour magazine or
Yeah.
something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that was years ago. He had 3 exes that were lined up. He
Okay.
called me last minute. He's just like, me and him have been best friends since we were like 6 years old. Well, I was like 6. He was like 3 turning 4 because him and my younger sister went to school together.
Okay.
So we've been thick as thieves, we live like a couple houses down from each other. He actually wanted to date my younger sister. I know everything about this man. He's just been my best friend for years. Never had any type of physical connection, but he needed somebody to fill in because one of the girls was like tripping, and if she didn't show up, it was going to cost him the whole thing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So he needed somebody else to be there. So I last minute filled in for him.
Gotcha.
I'm not his ex-girlfriend.
Wow.
Well, there we have it.
I am not his ex-girlfriend. That was so many years ago. I feel like it's okay to tell the truth now, but
Gotcha.
I literally, yeah. I so I don't know what happened. I didn't even see the show.
Really?
Everybody, yeah, because I'm always working or like sleeping.
Right, right. Hustling. Mhm.
So I literally have been getting sent clips. And so let me tell you about that day. So before he went on the show, I was like, if you're gonna go and talk, like you're talking to this girl, who is she?
Mm.
So we get in a little group chat on Instagram, and he was just like, hey, I think he was testing the waters to see if we would get along.
Okay.
And I'm cool with everybody that he dates. All of his girlfriends. I'm like, if you're his girlfriend, you're now my best friend too.
Gotcha.
Because just out of respect for, I'm a female best friend. I know that I'm not, the worst looking person in the world. So it
Hmm.
might be a little tough, to deal with me being around. So I literally, I try to always be friends with him. And so he uh, he was like, yeah, let's get in this group chat. So we're in a group chat, and he was just like, oh, she knows how to twerk. And then I was like, hey, let me see. I was like, shake that ass. I was like,
Right.
let me see, just being
Hmm.
fun. And then she's not saying anything in the chat. And I'm like, why? And then he sends a video from her Instagram page of her twerking, and she has on like a long sleeve, long pants, one piece outfit, and all you could see is the tattoo on the back of her neck. She has an eye of Ra on the back of her neck.
Hmm.
And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, we're twins. I have the same tattoo. I literally have the same tattoo, same color on the back of my neck. And I was like, we're twins. We have the same tattoo. And then she was like, bitch, we're not twins. I don't know if I'm allowed to curse on
No,
here.
you good. No, don't do too much. But that bitch is fine. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But so, and then I was just like, what? And then she was like, what tattoo are you talking about? And I'm like, well, girl, the only one in the video. And I'm like, LOL. And then she was just like, don't call us twins. And I'm like, okay. So automatically it was like, what's her problem? So I just said, hey, I'm gonna leave this group chat because she clearly doesn't like me for some reason.
Right. Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And to my knowledge, I thought she knew he had a girlfriend in Atlanta. So
Damn.
I
Mm.
was like, why is she tripping on me? Like, she knows it's not me. Me and her live in the same city. So I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. So I leave the group chat, and then he was like, hey, she forgot a few things at home before the show. Can you go shopping for her and then maybe Uber it to her at her hotel before we start filming? I said, yeah, absolutely. Let me know, what does she need? I was down even after this rude group chat. I was like, I'll go shopping for the girl, and I'll bring, like, send her some clothes. Like, what did she forget at home?
Okay.
And then he's like, oh, she said never mind. And I'm like, okay. Like, I'm still not comprehending why she's acting like
Right.
this.
Right. Right. Right.
I'm,
Right.
I'm so confused at this point. So I get to the house. As soon as I get to the house, first of all, I felt completely set up. I'm gonna just
Mm.
say that here.
Mm.
I felt so set up. It was I kept asking them, what do I wear?
Okay.
I was like, what do I wear? They said, well, it's hot outside. They were like, it's really hot outside, blah, 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 but wear whatever is comfortable. And I was like, well, if I'm meeting this girl for the first time, because I've never met her in person,
Okay.
that's
Gotcha.
honest. I
Hmm.
never met her in person. And I was like, if I'm meeting this girl for the first time, I don't want to be inappropriate,
Hmm.
So, and they were like, well, just wear whatever you would wear to like a day party or like a picnic. And I was like,
Okay.
okay. But still, I was like, let me wear like some jeans, like
Hmm.
I wore
Hmm.
a little crop top, but it was like barely like this much of my stomach out. But it was like, I was like, I'm gonna just wear like some jeans and a top, because if I'm gonna be outside, I don't want to sweat through my clothes.
Okay.
So I show up, I knock on the door, another guy answers the door, and they
That
just
was
told me
Jared. Chris.
Chris answered the door. Chris, yes. She said,
I
"Yeah, no, yeah, that was Chris. Chris answered the door. Go ahead, Mama."
I don't know who that was. The
We don't either.
producers just told me when they dropped me off at the front of the house, they literally just dropped me off. They took my phone, my bags, everything. I didn't have anything on me. They took all my stuff and they put it in the house somewhere. I have no idea. So, I they were like, just do whatever feels natural. And I was like, okay. So
Okay.
so I guess Derek or Chris, whoever, opens the door and I was like, hey, is Clay here? And then he was like, oh yeah, he's over here. So Clay comes and when he starts running up, I'm so excited to see him. It's
Mhm.
been like it feels like what was it like 5 or 6 weeks since I've seen him or
Mhm.
spoken to him.
Mhm.
Like, and by the way, while he was filming the show, he owns like 10 houses,
Okay.
okay?
Right.
I'm
Wow.
his best friend. I'm literally a beneficiary on his homes. So while he was away, I am managing all of his houses.
Mm.
I am the tenants, the bills, everything that has to do with the houses. I'm managing everything, and I cannot communicate with him.
Okay.
Now, one of his houses had a huge sinkhole growing outside of it,
Mm-hmm.
a huge sinkhole. Like it was, they said it was a 4 ton, like so the size of 4 elephants just dropped in front of one of his houses that he had tenants in. So I'm sitting there by myself without, being able to communicate with him, fixing a sinkhole in another state, and I'm not even there. Like calling contractors and people, and I'm like fixing stuff. So my stress levels are super high. I'm really excited to see him because I'm like, finally, I can ask this man, am I doing the right thing? How does he feel about this thing called how I'm handling it? What does he want me to do with the tenants? Like there's all this like behind the scenes stuff going on. And I'm like, I need his input on like what to do, like how to fix this sinkhole problem. That's all that was on my mind. So he walks up and I was like, Clay, oh my gosh. And I run up and I hug him. Now, when you walk into the house, there's like a foyer, like a little step. It's like a stair.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you walk in, there's like a step, and when he hugged me because he's so big, he's like 6'4". I'm smaller, so I like jump and I hug him. He lifts me up. Now I didn't see. I don't know what the cameras have, but it can't be anything other than what happened. I lifted my right leg up. You know when you're trying to catch your balance, like I'm trying to get
Right.
myself
Right.
back
Mm-hmm.
down.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I lifted my right leg up so that I can tip my left leg down on the ground. Okay. So I'm
Gotcha.
trying I'm trying to step my left leg down. And so I lifted my right leg up. And then as soon as I felt my toe hit the ground, I put my right leg right back down. I I'm wearing my jeans are tight. Okay. Y'all are women. You know that if you're wearing jeans, high-waisted jeans, you can't wrap your legs around nobody without
I
your
said
jeans
I'm gonna
splitting.
be honest, Jamil. I'm gonna be honest. I said this. Me Dina also agreed that your legs wrapped around his lower part. It wasn't necessarily the waist. It was really lower part of his legs. We did say that. So and
Yeah.
to Quills in the chat, she's from Red to Love Dallas. She said
Hmm.
productions definitely set her up. But I
Yeah.
want to ask a question. So yesterday, I'm not sure what day it was. His mother posted something on Instagram, as you see on the screen, and it says, "As your mother, the one who carries your ass." Let me make this very clear. That host version was disrespectful as hell. She was doing the absolute most with zero given, and that hug, oh no, baby, that wasn't just
That's
a hug.
April?
That was a slick move, and she knew it. If it had been me, oh, we wouldn't be talking. We wouldn't even make it to the recap. It would be a straight fight. No warning, no deep breaths, no be the bigger person. Nah, hands first, questions
Oh,
never.
that's
Just
how
for
April feels?
just for war, not for brunch. What do you think, Mama? What's your thoughts?
Well, that explains why April didn't text me back when I told her Happy Mother's Day. Let me tell you something. There's so much truth, and because he was my best friend, I am not gonna full blown expose him, but I'm gonna just
Mm,
say his mama is so wrong because she knows everything that I know.
right, right. Wow. Woo.
I can't even tell y'all
Right.
everything. I
Mm,
can't spill all the tea,
Hmm.
all of it. I'm gonna spill enough,
Okay.
but she knows everything that I know. and she knows she wrong for that.
Can
She
I ask a
is wrong
question?
for that.
So is
And
there
then,
wait, can I
oh,
ask a quick question? So is
yeah.
there really two babies and not one?
There might be more than that. So,
Because right now it's all over the internet that it's two babies.
oh, so she had. So what happened with the set? What y'all know about the other one?
Hey, you got the receipt for the second baby?
Please
Did you?
show me,
I
God.
don't think you sent me
I
Y'all
that.
give
sent
me the
it
tea, girl.
because the girl reached out to Tatiana and I sent
Molly,
it to you.
Molly did.
Oh, you talking
Um,
about the one that says I'm at work? That one? You talking about that one? No,
yeah.
no. Wait a
This
minute. I
is
don't think you
great.
send me again. Send me again because I don't.
Hold on.
So okay, Jamila, go ahead and continue what you were saying while we find this. What you were saying about the mother,
Yeah,
about the
find it.
mother.
This is great. This is great. Y'all gotta post this live because I can't wait
Oh,
to
it's already.
rewatch it.
Oh, Mama, we're live now. So what are
No,
your
I'm
thoughts?
saying when you
Okay.
finish the live, post it. I swear. This is so funny to me because
Yeah, I didn't have this.
first
Hold
of
on.
all, April knows dang gone well. She knows the truth. This whole but this is so funny to me.
Hold on.
What is wrong with her?
Oh.
And why is she trying to get clout off of that? It's crazy. So okay. So, anyways, there's a step, okay, when you walk in. When he lifted me up, it was by the ledge. I didn't know where my feet was. So I lifted my leg up so I could step my left leg down. And
Mm.
then when I got my leg down, I dropped my right leg and I I was like, "Okay, show me the house. Like, what's up?" When I walk in, all of a sudden, everybody's mad dogging me. Now,
Mm.
whoever told, first of all, hands down, the producers told them to tell Tatiana all this stuff. You
Ha!
want to know? You want to know who was in the room when I hugged Clay?
Who was in the
Clay,
room?
Clay.
That's it.
That's it. The dude who even opened the door wasn't even over there. None of the cast was over there. Everybody was ducked off in the back, the other side of the house. Nobody was over there besides Clay, me, and the camera people.
Mm.
Oh my God, that's
Nobody was
crazy.
there. He
That's
had to
crazy.
walk me down and around a corner to get to the kitchen where they was sitting down.
Why isn't that let me screen share?
So I'm like, what? So I was like, hey guys, what's up? And then so they take me to another, he walks me over to another part of the house, and where it was, I've done reality TV before, so I know how a
Okay.
lot of this stuff works. I've done a
Okay.
lot of reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
And so when is that,
That's it right
oh,
there. Okay, hold
that's
on.
Molly. I know that's,
Oh wow. It says hi
sorry, I'm
Tatiana.
exposing her name. Her name's Molly.
It says, I know you don't know who I am. You're probably wondering why I'm messaging you, but I want to tell you that you're not alone. Clay is not the person he says he is, and he's not a good person. I'm about to tell you is not to try to make you jealous or mad or to drama, but to just tell you that I really relate to how you're
Yep,
feeling.
it was
Last
a girl.
month,
She had a
I
girl.
gave birth to Clay's daughter. It's not the one he kept from you. It's a separate one. During my entire pregnancy, he was absent and didn't even want to acknowledge that I was pregnant. He still, to say, doesn't want to be there to support his daughter. I also didn't know about his other daughter, Moon. When I confronted him about it, he tried to tell me that he wasn't trying to hide it from me. He just didn't know how to tell me. So he was lying to me the entire time, too. And I eventually totally cut him off. But all to say is, if you want to talk more in detail, I am totally willing to.
I'm telling you right now that Molly, oh, I know y'all protecting her, but her name Molly, and I know she don't care if anybody knows. She probably want to shout it from the rooftops. Molly is one of the sweetest. I, I nicknamed her Pumpkin Pie.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
She, Molly is one of the sweetest, most amazing girls you'll meet.
Wow, that's so sad, man.
She is, oh, Molly is sweet as pie. And
Mm.
she, I tried to help her and I don't even blame her. She ended up blocking me because she's like, you know what? If you're his best friend, I'm blocking everybody associated with him. I
Okay.
don't blame her. I don't blame her. I'm not mad at her for it because she's protecting herself. But I tried to help her. I was on him tough when he was dealing with her. I was on the phone with her before she even got pregnant, and I told her, I was like, don't get pregnant. And then I told him, do not get her pregnant.
Mm.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
It seemed like he want to get everybody
I wouldn't
pregnant.
say that. I wouldn't say that necessarily, but I would say that he just has gotten lucky, in the past, and he's a lover boy. You know what I mean? He's a real lover boy, and he's somebody who he'll fall in love real quick.
Okay,
So,
Jamila, I want to ask you a question about the phone conversation when y'all was sitting there and you was, what was the comment? The tax bracket or whatever. Okay, okay. So
Below
what?
her tax
Do you?
bracket.
oh, I don't even know. Listen, I
Oh
hung up
wow,
the phone because I didn't even know they were recording me.
girl.
I don't know what they showed, but let me tell you,
Wow.
he texted me. That was a whole setup too. Whole setup.
Mm.
He texted. Well, first off, let me finish telling y'all
Go
what
ahead. Go ahead.
happened.
Go ahead.
Let it was. I was in that house for maybe 2 minutes. Okay, they walked me into the living room. It was the couches, and it was a big open space. The table was moved and everything. And I said, "Oh, they're expecting a fight to happen."
Mm.
I've done a lot of reality TV. I said they want us to fight, and I'm
Hmm.
not fighting.
Hmm.
I'm not going to tell you exactly which website, but I was booked for a very big, awesome scene the next day where I
Okay.
was getting paid a lot of money. So I
Gotcha.
was like, I'm not fighting. I did not come here to fight. I told the producers that, and they were like, No, no, that's not what we're trying to do. Why don't you guys go talk outside? So I was like, okay, we'll go outside. That's why we walked outside. I don't know
Mhm.
if they showed us in the living room or
It
not.
did. Well, it showed it very briefly, y'all, in the living room. Then we showed him taking you outside
And then I
to.
paused it and I said, This looks like a fight setup. I'm not fighting. I'm booked tomorrow. Nobody's touching me or I'm suing everybody. I
Oh
told
shit.
them that. I said, I'm
Hmm.
suing every single person here
Oh damn.
if you touch me.
Mm-mm.
So nobody better not touch me. I didn't come here to fight. What is this? I know the setup.
Gotcha.
So they were like, oh, just go outside. So we go outside and I'm talking to him and I said, Clay, so what's going on? How's it going? Do you like her? He was like, I really like her. Things are going good. She's getting me to be vegan now. And I was like, oh, that's so exciting. And I said that I didn't know she was vegan. That's something me and her can bond on because I've been vegan for 19 years.
Okay.
I said, maybe I can level with her. And I said, have you told her about the baby yet? And she said, no, I haven't told her about the baby yet, but I meet her mom tonight. And I said, Clay, you need to tell her about the baby right
Mm.
now, before her mother shows up.
Okay.
Because do not meet that girl's mother and she don't know the whole truth because A, she needs her mother to console her. B, she deserves to be able to talk to her mom about this. And C, don't meet her mom on a lie. You're already meeting her on a lie. Don't meet her mom on a lie. That's not okay. So he was just like, I know, I just haven't found the right time to tell her. And I said, well, I can be there. I'm a female energy. If she needs to cry or she's upset or anything, I can talk to her. She has questions that she doesn't want to talk to you. I can answer because I know the baby mamas. So I can answer the questions for her. I'm happy to be there for you when you tell her. And he was just like, I know, you really think I should tell her? And I said, yeah, let's go talk to her now. Or maybe she can come out here and we can talk to her because I think it's important for her to know. Next thing I know, she comes storming out saying, you picked her up after I
Hmm.
walked away.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I was like, what? Now, you want to know when she walked up? Right when we was going to the living room, her and the rest of the cast, they start walking out to fill in space. I don't know, camera space.
Right.
So she walks out and he was like, oh, hey, Tati, this is my best friend, Jamila. And then I said, hey, and she rolled her eyes and walked right past me and just stood next to Clay. Didn't even say hi to me.
Wow. Okay.
And I was
So.
like, okay.
Hmm.
And then that's when he was like, hey, let's go talk over here. Walk to the living room. When we all three walked to the living room, I said, hey, this looked like a fight setting or whatever. I'm not trying to do that. Producers pull her to the side. Me and him walk outside.
That explains something because I wonder why y'all was separate. Okay, go ahead and continue.
Because it was weird to me that she didn't say hi. And I was like, is she tripping over the group chat that we had?
Mm-hmm.
All I said was we was twins from our matching tattoos. Like, I didn't understand. Like, I didn't get it. I didn't get what she was mad about. And so then and she had blocked me on Instagram. So I was like, okay, this is just all weird to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so then she walks out and she was just like, you picked her up after I walked away. And I was like, no, he didn't. I hugged him when I first got in. They chopped it up from when I saw the preview. It looked unorganized from
Okay.
what the conversation was. But I
Mm-hmm.
was like, no, that's not what happened. I'm like, I hugged him when I first got here. I didn't hug him after you walked away. And then she was just like, B, ain't nobody talking to you. And I was like, yo, what's going on? And then I said, hey, and I waved my arms up and I told the producers, I was like, if y'all trying to start a fight right now, I know the setup. I see where all the I'm telling you, the cameras were posted around us in a big, like, what
Right.
is it, Olympic fighting circle or something.
Gotcha.
They was
Gotcha.
trying to catch a 360 of the fight. And I said, if y'all are trying to set up a fight right now, I'm letting you know right now that I did not agree to it. I have an attorney that looked over my contract. If anybody touches me, I have a good ground to stand on. She better not touch me.
Wow.
And then she's still going off, cussing me out.
Right.
And then
So
she tried to throw the champagne at me, and she was like, B, I'll bash you in the face with this
right.
glass. I'm like,
Oh.
what?
Oh my God. Okay.
I said, I'm booked tomorrow.
So they didn't show that part, but
Yeah, they
yeah, but I have to.
must have
Yeah,
cut
because
some
I
of
But
didn't
that
want to
out.
Jamila,
shoot
hold on.
everybody.
But Jamila, I have to ask you a question. After that awful encounter, you hugged him again, and then you guys was kind of people talking about it online. You guys were coupled up with your arms and walking towards the house again. Is that just the way you guys are? Because to me, even after that, why wouldn't you just say, you know what, I'm just gonna back up because this is a lot. If I'm hugging you on your arms, you're gonna say something. You just continue to hug him. Well, that's what showed on the Eddie. I don't know how it went for
So
you.
when we were walking side by side, I'm gonna keep it a bean. Where my microphone was, I was holding his arm like that because I was holding the microphone between our arms. I didn't want them to hear everything, and I was talking to him about the
Mm,
sinkhole, and I was talking about his finances and about his girl.
wow. Mm. Well,
So,
I do have
and
the
I
audio.
didn't want, and I'm just being honest, I
Uh huh.
didn't want the
Everybody
producers
here.
to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was hiding I was tucked my microphone right here. So I was holding him arm in arm
You
because
were.
my
Mm-hmm.
microphone was right here. And I was trying to like press it against because I didn't want them to hear what I was saying. So if they caught audio, it had to be from his microphone if he had one up here or something. But his battery pack and stuff was on this side as well. His was on this side, mine was on this side. So when we're walking like this, I'm holding the microphones, trying to suffocate the sound.
Because the narrative from that scene was okay, you jumped on him or whatever, the hug and everything, and then even after you knew she wasn't happy about it, you still continue to, touch him or whatever. But I want to go ahead and play the audio so you can at least hear about the phone call.
Yeah, let
Okay,
me hear
so
what
right
they
now it's me
show.
and Tatiana here right now, and I want to let you know that like the thing we did yesterday was not cool, bro. It was a lot. I mean, we've been best friends since I was like 7 years old. I've always hugged you, and
Can we clarify that that was not a regular hug? Like, let's not play dumb. So there's a difference between giving someone a hug and jumping into his arms and wrapping your legs around him. That's obviously not going to be okay with somebody who has a girlfriend.
I didn't wrap my legs.
Okay, did y'all see that? Everybody in the house saw it, so I don't know.
Nobody saw
Well,
it.
I can see that your tax bracket is a lot below mine. I don't behave.
I'm sorry, I'm not a porn star like you, so.
You
don't know about my legs, to be clear.
Well, you were drinking wine out of a
Yeah, I could drink out of the whatever the I want to, because clearly I was stressed the out because you coming in disrespecting me. So Clay, do you think that that's fine? Do you think it is fine? No, what she's saying, is that fine with you? For her to jump into your arms when it's clearly upsetting me? Is it fine? No, say it, verbally say it, so she can hear it. Let her know, because to her there's nothing wrong, clearly. Let her know. Let her know.
This is the second call, by the way.
Oh wow.
They chopped it. I'm gonna explain
Everybody
it to
here
you.
knows that was disrespectful. And you're not saying nothing. You're just letting her talk.
I'm not going to continue this phone call because I don't like to let people.
You have 5 seconds before I get out of here. Tell her it was wrong. Stop talking to me and talk to her. Tell her that it was wrong.
I think it was wrong. I don't want to be disrespectful.
There's nothing to talk about.
I just said it was
You're
wrong.
not speaking up for me. You're not protecting me right now. You're not doing anything but sitting there looking dumb, letting her run her stupid ass mouth. I just hugged him, and I'm so sorry that I've known this since I'm 7. I don't give a if she was there when you were born. It was dumb. She was disrespectful, and you niggas say that.
I just said it was
So
wrong.
that's why I have to step in because I got my back, even if you don't.
Woo. Okay.
Oh,
Go ahead.
okay.
Go ahead.
First of all, that I'm in my office, right? Because I
Mhm.
worked in an office in
Okay.
Beverly Hills, right?
Mhm.
Right on Rodeo and Camden. So
Mhm.
that's where I was working. I was in my office. He's blowing me up. Jam, I gotta talk to you. I gotta talk to you. Can you please answer the phone? It's important. It's important. I might be leaving the house right now. And I was like, okay. So I tell my colleague that I'm in my office with, I said, hey, I have to go outside and take a phone call really quick. I'll go outside. He called me 3 times, by the way. They totally chopped that. Of course they had to, because
Yeah.
it
Right.
was probably about 20 minutes of phone conversation.
Mhm.
Now, when he first called me, the first phone call he made was, Jam, I'm really sorry about yesterday. I'm sorry about the position that I put you in, and I'm sorry that it went down like that. That wasn't my intention. I don't know why she was acting that way.
Okay.
That was the first phone call. And I was like, it's okay, bro. It's good. Like, I came there to be helpful, to help you tell the story and expose the truth to her. That was my role in coming to the show. It's good. I can eat that, but I need to make sure, which I'll look through my phone from the film dates, and I'll try to send you some screenshots of me with the producers telling them, like, do not publicly put my stage name. They agreed to not, first of all, they agreed to not talk about my adult film career.
Okay.
That was off limits.
Mhm.
They said that they wouldn't expose that on the show. They allowed her to expose that on the show. And then so next thing,
But
when the
in her
tax bracket
defense,
conversation,
Clay said it first when he was having the drunk rambling
Yeah.
night.
Clay's the one that exposed it.
Before you came, the night
I
or so before, he was drunk and he
Yep.
was like, "Yeah, my best friend, she's a porn star."
Yep. He
So he
told
told
everybody.
everybody
He
in
told
the
everybody,
house,
Mama. He told
and then
everybody.
everybody told her.
Yes. Yes.
that's probably
So just in
why
her defense,
that explains why everyone's tripping. I was set up,
You
by the
were.
way.
But before he
I
even came
said
in, they
that
all knew it.
yesterday.
Yep.
I
I
Before he
was
said
came in.
that when
totally
Clay
set
told
up.
everybody you was a porn star,
Yes.
everybody was on high alert when you arrived. I said that yesterday.
And that's why they were all looking at me like that. Nobody would say hi. So I'm just like,
Oh
okay.
wow.
And I'm telling y'all, nobody was in the front foyer when I gave him a hug. They weren't right there. No one was there. Nobody saw me even hug him.
So how did Ed? Because well, again, from the edit that we saw, immediately went running in there saying, "Oh my God, she wrapped her legs around him," and I
The
was like, "Who was in
producers
there?"
had to have told them, whoever told her that, the producers told, because she wasn't even, I didn't even
I
know
think it
where
was
she was
Jay.
in the
I think it was Jay.
house.
No, no, it was Jay who I first heard. No, no, not Jay. What's Ty's girl name? Dina. She's the
Brittany.
one. Brittany was the first one to say it, and then she told that to
Which one is
Cinco.
Brittany, the one that came out to take the glass from her?
No, no, that's Jay. Actually, Brittany's the one with the dread. I think she has locks.
Red. Yeah, she's got the like red
The
dread.
red locks. Yes,
Red and
I
black
didn't even see
dreadlocks.
that girl. I'm
that's
gonna be honest.
crazy.
I've never seen her before. Even when I was in the house for those couple minutes, I didn't see nobody with red hair.
Wow. Well, she's the one that first initially said it. Chris
So
said it.
the producers of the show told her to go tell her that. I'm telling, the way that they had the whole living room and everything set up was they wanted a fight. It's reality TV. They want some tea. They wanted a fight. There was no. I didn't even see nobody with red hair. I never saw anyone with red hair. And nobody was in there. And they agreed to not expose what I do. They agreed to not talk about that. The next thing is, when I so when I made the tax bracket comment, you want to know why I said that to her?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I said, Tatiana, please don't let these producers get you all the way effed up. I said, these producers are 100% trying to defame you. This is one show. Think about your future. Don't get out of character. I said that on the phone when I was on speakerphone. I said, don't get out of character. Remember, you need to get the next job. You don't want to look crazy and unhinged on this show. I said, calm down. We can talk about this later, but do not get out of character. And she was like, B, I don't give a F.
Oh,
You got me. And I said, listen, stop it. I said, this is why people go on TV, do one show, and so I
Tati.
took out after the best friend, but he told me that about the baby. I knew I would never be serious with him, and I wanted to get paid for my suffering and collect my full check.
Shout out to my girl, Miss Misha. She's one of my fellow content creators. So Tati typed in her chat. I checked out after the quote unquote best friend. So by the time he told me about the baby, I knew I would never be serious with him, and I don't want to get my paid for suffering and my full check. And I'm not gonna be a hater of that, to be honest with you. She knew she left the show, she would not get her full check. So when you was there, she was done, but she wanted to stay to get her coins, even though it ended up leaving the show anyway. So
Yeah, and I mean, a really good question to ask is, did she know about the baby before the show?
mm,
So,
ooh,
anyways, all
ooh.
I'm gonna say is, I told her
Thank you, Dina.
I told her, I said, do not get out of character and don't act like this. And then she was just like, don't tell me what to do, blah, blah, blah. And then she started calling, she said, you're a nasty, dirty hoe.
Oh
You're
wow.
this, you're that, you're a cum bucket. Sorry, I
Oh
don't know if
no.
I'm
Yeah.
allowed to
No.
say
No.
that.
No. Don't say that.
Sorry. She started calling me the most derogatory, horrible names, and all I was doing was advocating for her from the start to the finish.
Gotcha.
I
Wow.
was
That's
advocating for
interesting.
her from start to the finish,
Mhm.
whole time. And
So
so
go
when
ahead.
she's saying, she starts attacking my character, I took that personally and I said, listen, you're clearly below my tax bracket because you don't understand business. In business, this is public. This is a public show. You
Mhm.
don't want to get on this television show acting crazy because if you're known for being unhinged, you can't take bad news. Who's going to hire you next?
Wow.
Who's gonna hire you next besides a show that's promoting fighting? Which there's nothing wrong with those shows. Those are, I watch them. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
watch them, but it's like, if that's not what you want to do, because from me looking at her Instagram, do you guys know what she does for a living?
I actually don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know.
She's a stripper. She does pole dancing
Oh
and
shit.
stuff.
Wait a minute.
Exactly. Exactly. So if you saw her page, I don't know if she cleaned it up after the show was airing or not, but all you see is full widespread legs. She dancing
I
all
mean,
over her
look.
page.
What I'm gonna say the disclaimer. Whether her she dancing or you doing your stuff, to me, I'm not judging
Why
nobody
does
else.
it matter?
No, for me, I'm saying for me, I'm not going to judge anybody for what they're doing. Now, really quick before we continue, Diamond is in the chat. She's from Never Ever Met season 1, and so is Aaron. They both were on the show. Diamond says, production has to make drama. That's the only way to get ratings. You can't get mad. Her second statement was, you have to remember when you signed up, everything goes. You have to be smart about coming on these shows, period. Aaron,
Exactly.
Aaron says, I'm sorry you went through that. But as I stated, this is what happened when they know something about you before you had been on the show. That's why you got pulled on there, but you know this. So
Well,
Yes.
and I do want to say, I
Yes.
think I understand what Jamila is saying is
mhm.
that you're sitting here calling me all these derogatory, nasty, disgusting names, and you're not too far removed from what I'm doing, so you really have no room to judge. I don't think she's putting it out there to be like one of us is
Exactly.
better than the other.
No,
What
no,
I
no, I
think
got
what
you.
she's
It,
saying is we're both in an industry where we show body parts, and so therefore, how can you sit here and say all this about me when you are in the same industry to a certain degree? Is that correct?
that's absolutely correct.
I agree.
Thank you for that. And that's
I
and
agree.
and just to be clear, I never ever ever exposed her for being a dancer.
You never, yeah. This is my first time knowing about it. To be honest, my
Yeah.
first time.
Yeah, I never exposed her for that because I don't feel like women should be shamed for this type of work.
Right. Understood. I feel the same
And
way.
I feel like if you're making your money, you're getting your coin, get your coin and move on. So she was upset, and I don't know why she chose to attack me. Probably because I'm not on the show with them. I
Hmm.
came for one day. I was there for 3 minutes, 2 minutes in the house, about a minute outside. And then I left right away. Um, Also, when I was in the truck, okay, outside of the house waiting to go in, I overheard them on the walkies. Let me tell you how much of a fight they was trying to set up.
Oh
I
wow.
heard them on the walkies. One of the PAs was walking by, and the head producer, she was like, "Okay, guys, we're gonna break for lunch in 20 minutes. So let's send her in the next 2 minutes, and we're gonna break for lunch in 20 minutes."
Wow.
They was expecting me to walk in, pick any little thing that I did, get Tatiana to go off and fight me, separate us, and feed everybody and send me home.
I cannot.
I heard them
Right.
on the walkie talkie, but they took my phone from me and my bag, so I didn't have nothing recorded or anything. But that's what happened when I pulled up in the truck. Now, when I made the tax bracket comment, obviously I'm like, girl, get your bag. You're stopping your bag right now by going off on me, making yourself look crazy on here. This
Hmm.
is Oprah Winfrey Network. You know how many other shows you could do on OWN? You know how
Okay.
many, don't
Okay.
act crazy. Like, but
I'm
but
sorry.
that's what I'm saying. Like, don't
No,
act
no, no,
crazy.
Jamila. I'm laughing because look, I get it. It's on, but baby, there are a lot of networks. On is not the top.
Well,
No
I
shame.
mean, if
It's
you're
not.
just gonna, I mean, a lot of people who are on one network do stay on the same network. We see Chris; he was on Ready to Love Dallas, and now he's on this, season of this show. So I get what she's saying, but it really does speak to any network if you coming across
Right.
unhinged,
Right.
unless you like Miss New York, where that fits into
Right.
Exactly.
everything else.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Now I have a pretty
Agreed.
lengthy television career that nobody really knows about because I know how to conduct myself.
Hmm.
I've been on the CW network starring in 3 series on the
Oh
CW
wow.
network.
Hmm.
I've done a lot of MTV shows. I've done one that's about to come out too. I've been on, I'm not even going to talk about all of them because I'm not going to fully expose
Right.
myself. I've been
Hmm.
on about 10 different networks. Okay?
Hmm.
You conduct yourself properly, you can go get the next job. That's what I was telling her. When she starts calling me all these derogatory names and bashing me as a person and for what I do, I'm like, nah. And then she keeps going and keeps going. And then that's when I said, she was like, I don't care. You don't have more money than me. And I'm just like, it's true. You're drinking wine out of a champagne flute.
Oh
Like,
shit.
get your life together.
Girl.
You
Like so
got some nerve talking about me and you don't even have use a proper glass. Like,
woo. Mm, mm, mm.
so at that point, yeah, I'm outside of my office listening. That was the third time that he'd called me, by the way. First
Okay.
call he made was, I'm so sorry this happened, blah, blah, blah.
Hmm.
Second call, you guys should have heard how she was screaming at him.
Mm. Really?
She called him all kinds of bees. She was going off.
Man, I don't have no tequila for this
I
today. I
know,
didn't
right?
know
She
it was
was
going down
going
that quick.
off. And I was like, Clay, are you sure you want your daughter to be around somebody like that?
Oh.
And his
Mm.
baby mamas are his the daughter that he was referring to on the show.
Hmm.
She's sweet.
Okay.
I mean, it's been some issues because I gotta take my best friend's side on certain things or whatever. But
Okay.
she is sweet. She's one of those girls that if you push her, or you smack her, she's gonna go, "Oh, why'd you hit me?" She's one of those girls.
Okay.
She's not a fighter. She's not rowdy. She likes anime. She dresses up like cartoon characters and stuff. You
So
know what I'm saying? So I'm
what?
like, are you sure you want to be with somebody that acts like this? That's gonna you? How are they gonna get along? And I was
Yeah,
So
like,
because
think
you did
about
call
it.
her barbaric.
yeah, you did. Yeah, about that's my next
Yeah,
thing. You
she was acting very barbaric. She was. for no reason. I didn't come at her foul at all. I talked calmly. Even in the little preview that I saw, you know what I'm saying? It's like I told you, like, I just hugged him. If you don't want me to hug him, I don't have to hug him. We were in a group chat before the show. She could have told me, I don't want you to hug him. I don't want you to do this. I don't want you to do that when you come on. She had plenty of time to tell me what she wanted and didn't want. She didn't say that.
That's
She
also crazy.
followed me and him on Instagram for years. That clip, the other shows, she's seen all of them.
What?
She
So
Mm.
I just don't understand when you came on, she acted like it was the first time. She didn't know, this, that, and the third.
we've never met in person. That is
Okay.
true. We've never
Okay.
met in person.
But she
But
still gave
she's
the
been
narrative. She didn't know
following.
you at all. She didn't give that narrative at all. Like she, didn't know anything about you. I mean, 'cause I didn't catch that at all in the show. And I know
She
there's
knew about
editing.
me before I got into the adult film industry.
God damn.
Everybody knows about me with him.
So the whole thing with the mom coming out about the hug and her reaction about the hug, I want to ask you your opinion. Do you feel the hug was wrong in your opinion? Looking back and listening to everybody's commentary, even his mom jump in this now, do you think he was wrong the way you came in?
No,
Mm. Well, you stand on your shit. That's all I'm
no,
saying.
I don't. I don't think so at all. And especially when I don't care, you dating him, now you're dating him. He lied to me too. I asked him, did you sleep with her? He said no. And at that point, he already did. When he left the house, he told me the truth. He was like, I did. We was the first people to go in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if they caught it on camera. I don't know if they're gonna air it. And I said, bro, of course they're gonna air it. He was like, well, I just want to tell you now. So there was a whole lot that I wasn't told. But no, first of all, she should have hugged me.
Mm.
She should have said hi to me. She
Mm.
should have hugged me. All of his girlfriends, I've never had a problem. There's been like a couple girls that he was in a talking stage to that was uncomfortable with our friendship. And I was just like, okay, like if you don't feel comfortable with me talking to him, I don't have to talk to him. And I've gone months without speaking to him to make his girlfriends feel comfortable.
Interesting. Out of respect. I
Out of
get that.
respect. When he got a girlfriend, I communicate with the girlfriend more than I communicate with him. To the point that he's gotten upset with me before, like, I don't trust you. You talking to her too much. I don't know what you telling her. And I'm like, bro, I tell your girlfriends anytime I talk to you, tell him everything we talked about. I don't hide nothing. But out of respect for the relationship, I communicate with the girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
I FaceTime them, put it on speakerphone.
So your reference of saying you guys have always hugged that way, that's literally how you greet each other. He should have told people this the night before. Whenever we
Look,
meet,
you could go on YouTube. There's this show, the Kevin Lang show, where he was saying who's the siblings and who's not the siblings. Me and him are on that show. There's another hug on that show of me and him hugging. You can see him pick me up. That's how we always hug.
Mm.
And that
Didn't,
show was well before this one.
didn't know what you think about this, mama.
Hey, look, I called it already out. And when I sent you all the receipts that this is all for show, this is all, and I don't know how much Tatiana knew or didn't know because
Right,
she's not
right.
here to defend herself, but
Exactly.
I already knew it was some shenanigans and we on to the next check. I said that.
Yeah, I wanted, and even still to this day, she doesn't like me for whatever reason. Whatever her reason is for not liking me, I'm the type of person that even till today, like, I would like to apologize to her for, even though she disrespected me to the fullest.
Mm.
I'm still the type of person that I want to apologize for hurting her feelings or upsetting her or disrespecting her. Clearly I don't understand the disrespect that I did. If I understood it, then I wouldn't have did it. I'm literally the least problematic person. I got a ton of friends because I don't cause issues like that, but I'm the first one to always want to say sorry. I'm the first one that wants to resolve an issue. I don't like to fight. I am not. I will fight. I did 3 years, actually 3.5 years of kickboxing, and I
Oh
was
damn.
training at. I did boxing training at Mayweather's gym. I still got my pink gloves and everything. I know how to fight. but I'm not a fighter.
Gotcha. You choose not to go in that direction
Yeah,
because
because
she
it
was so
doesn't make
upset.
any sense. Like
Mhm.
when you reach full emotional maturity, even when you get halfway there, you can calm yourself down and say, "Hey, you know what? I'm really upset right now. Let me take a step back and let me think about this. Why do I feel this way? Is it the liquor that's making me feel this way? I'm in a house that's looking for drama. Are they trying to start drama? Did she didn't even want to hear me out. And I'm like, I just hugged him like how I always do. If you don't want me to hug him, I won't hug him. Then she's like, I don't want you to hug him. Okay, cool. That's fine. Just lay down the law. You're his girl, lay down the law.
Okay, so this somebody posted this on some website, Reddit, who knows. Anyway, it says based on your Clamor article of 2019, she's your ex-girlfriend, and whoever MSCEG says, "Hey Clay," in response to these wild allegations, somebody 60 whiskey says it's true, and just friends is all. So the article is a lie. We all saw it, and then he
Yeah.
asked. He says what article? Like
He
how?
forgot about the glamour mag.
I'm just
We
telling you
have
what.
done so yeah, I'm explaining. We
Okay.
have done me and Clay together probably done well over 15 shows with different relationships. Friends, siblings, cousins, we've been exes twice on two shows. We've been friends on most of them. We've been cousins. Um when you just know everything about somebody, it's real easy to play any role. In none of these shows have you ever seen me kissing on him. He ain't never grabbed my ass. We ain't never ever because I it's disgusting. He's my little brother.
Gotcha.
He's
Gotcha.
my younger brother to me. But when it comes to getting a bag, I'm gonna get the bag.
Has he ever? I mean, I'm just saying, has he ever tried it? Friends are friends. I've
No.
had guys. He's never tried it, not once.
No, no,
Oh
no,
wow.
no, 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 no,
Mm,
no. No, never, 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 never. See, growing up, we both had a glow up.
okay.
We was some ugly ducklings. So, like I said, he likes my little sister. He likes a girl that's thicker. My younger sister, she's beautiful. I think she's beautiful. She's thick. She has a big chest.
Hmm.
Juicy, juicy little booty. You know what I'm saying? She's petite. That's his type. He likes a petite, thick girl. I am not that. I'm tall and thin. I'm flat chested. I have a smaller waist, smaller little athlete, but
Right.
I am not his type by a long shot.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Wow.
By a long shot. That's why he had me on his houses because no matter what, we can always put ourselves in a position to say, hey, even if we're fighting, I'm going to take care of you and your children.
Is there? Well, let me ask you this: do you have any final words for this? Because you pretty much have cleared up a lot. Because the narrative was obviously different what we saw on TV compared to what you experienced. So I really do appreciate you coming on and speaking to that. The articles out here, and after this episode that came on, everyone's talking about it. You're kind of everywhere. So even though you said he's only on there for 2 or 3 minutes. You made a big impact in this episode, so I do appreciate you did. I appreciate you coming on and speaking to it because a lot of things we as an audience, content creators, we did not know about. And I'm gonna give a
Yeah.
disclaimer to everybody watching this: do not DM me and tell me anything about this video or anything. I'm telling you, I'm gonna block you. I swear to God, if I get a DM from somebody about this, I'm going to block you. I don't give a shit. I'm not taking nothing down. This is going to stay up. I'm going to tell you that now ahead of time. Okay, Dina, what's your final thoughts, Mama? I'm just
I'm
on.
just
I ain't got
glad.
time for it. I ain't got time for it.
Like I said, we come with the receipts over here, and the receipts have been explained. As far as I'm concerned, get your money, and we gonna keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, Dora, so is there the Instagram they can find you on there? Is there anywhere else they can find you at? And I know that you have
Oh
other things
no,
going
I'm
on.
not here. I'm not here to promote myself at all, to be quite honest.
Okay, so no, this is me.
Uh,
This is what I do on my channel.
yeah.
That ain't got nothing to do with you. This is me. What I do on my channel. This ain't got nothing to do
Oh,
with
okay,
you. That's
okay,
just me.
okay.
That's just
Yeah,
me.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's just me.
everybody that comes on here, she asks them what they got coming up
Yes,
next, or if they want to
that's just
promote.
me. That's just me.
Yeah,
Oh, my career is my career is 5, so they gonna see me. Like,
Oh,
I
so
don't need
hold
to
on. So
promote
you weren't
nothing.
one last question I want to ask you because I mean I did say this and I want to stand on what I say. Were you going on there to promote your brand in any kind of way? I have to ask that. Go ahead.
No, I was not. They made an agreement with me before I agreed to do the show that they would hide my porn star career. They agreed that it would not be talked about. I'm going to look for the text messages between me and the producers where I'm saying, you guys are not supposed to be talking about this. My safety and my life is at risk. If people
Oh
can find
wow.
me,
Mm.
I'm going to look for those screenshots from the producers because I just got to remember exactly the film dates. But I'm going to find them and I'm going to send it to you when I find it. But I specifically said, do not
Mm.
tell the public what I do. I came on there to be his best friend. That's it.
But the crazy thing is, your best friend is the one who exposed it. So that should mean something to you as well because they would have known about
And
it. He
I
wouldn't have
have
said
the
anything.
audio pulled up if you want to hear it.
What?
Yeah, let me hear it.
Okay.
Oh,
Go ahead,
me and
Dina.
him are not talking right now, by the
Oh
way.
shit.
But
Oh
let me
damn.
hear
Oh
it.
damn.
Okay, hold on.
We do
Not
this
Hold on.
sometimes. We'll go a couple years without
Clay
speaking.
started to breathe hard. He was like, my best friend is coming.
My best friend here, I was like, yo, that's crazy.
Oh, your best friend's a girl.
Yeah.
And then he said, she's a porn star.
You like 5'11", real slim, porn star.
I'm 5'10".
So when he said that, I'm like, what was the point of even saying that? Like, it was no reason we need to know what she does for a living.
right.
So
Who's
that
the
was
girl talking?
That's
Jay.
Jay. Jay. She's the one that was holding her from throwing that glass on you. That was her.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so they showed like it wasn't like during regular filming. It was like in the late night hours. They were in the pool room where the pool table
Ah.
is and stuff.
The night
And
So he
before. The
was
night
just
before.
lit
they did
talking.
say that he had been
Mm-hmm.
drinking and started
Right.
rambling.
Yep.
They agreed to not expose my career. They agreed to not expose that. So I fully got exposed. And
Well,
I know how
it's about
reality.
3 minutes. It's about 2 minutes and 50 seconds in to season 2, episode 5 for your court records.
Thank you.
The crazy thing is, I don't. To me, I think it was all Clay. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that was production. I'm sorry. I think that
But
was
I
all
mean, they
Clay.
could have not shown it.
No, I get that part. I'm
Yeah.
just saying. I'm saying. I think Clay was just running his mouth, and that's crazy
Oh,
to
I
me.
get that part, but if they
Right.
had an agreement, what I'm saying, if they had the late night footage, they could have not shown it.
I mean, yeah, that's
We
true
had an
too.
agreement. We had an agreement that they would not expose that. That's why they used my real name.
Oh.
That's why I said you guys need to use my real name
Mm.
because I don't want them. If I would have put my stage name, I'm like, y'all would have for sure seen. You know what I'm saying? I was like, do
Right.
not use my real name because I don't want anybody to find that. That's not why I'm here.
Girl. Oh
So,
man. Mm.
so I don't know. I guess my final words is
Mm-hmm.
his mama knows the truth and she
Mm.
needs to be ashamed of herself
Oh
for
no.
going on these people's internet talking crazy like that. April, you tripping.
Mm.
Um and Tatiana, even though Tatiana is even though she knew a few things beforehand, you know, I do believe because I know Clay is a lover boy. I do believe that during the process of filming this show, she probably really did fall in love with him. And
Mm.
for a woman to become physical with somebody, whether it's for work or not work, I can imagine some emotions coming up. You don't have a phone. You don't have access to call and talk to your friends like how you want to. So I can imagine she really grew real feelings for him and the relationship probably became real for her on the show. So with that being said, I do apologize to her for making her uncomfortable. Even though she knew a whole lot of things beforehand, that doesn't discount the fact that she has real feelings that may
Right.
have developed over the 5 weeks
Mm-hmm.
before I had gotten there. So I'm never in the business of making a woman feel hurt or insecure or anything like that. I'm not in that. I That's not who I am. So I do apologize for that. I don't feel like I did anything wrong from hugging him because that's how I've always hugged. There's many of those hugs on different shows.
So Diamond said in the chat, you have to remember we be mic'd up the whole time, so you can't be mad at the production or producers or whatever.
Right, which is why I was walking arm in arm with him on the way out. I was holding my mic. So I he might have had a necklace mic on too, but I was trying to hide my mic. Diamond, absolutely correct. Like I've done a lot of these shows. That's why I knew to muffle the mic because I know if the sound is bad, they won't use it. So she's absolutely right. Absolutely right. So it's I was talking to him about his finances. I was talking to him about the sinkhole. I was spending money. Listen, me and him are real best friends. Like I'm like logged into his bank account.
Oh damn.
So if I had to pay for something for his house, I transfer the money to my account and then I pay it with my debit card. Okay, while he's gone. I've never stolen a single dime from him. Any girl that's with him, I'm not trying to be like that, but they should be happy that I'm around. You
Well, no,
know,
okay, Mama.
because
Okay,
I'm
that sounds
holding
crazy
your
though.
empire
I get,
together
but
while
baby,
he
that
out.
sounds crazy. Jamil, no, that sounds crazy.
No,
No, come
if
on
I
now.
wasn't around, all of the millions of dollars worth of property and everything would
Millions.
not be there. I don't want nothing. I'm not I'm not trying to take nothing. I don't
No, I'm
promise
not
a
accusing you of
single.
that. I'm just saying, Mama. Okay, let's. Okay, because I have to be transparent. Dina, you can say jump if you want to, but no other woman's gonna be is gonna accept that and be okay with that, and that's her man. So I'm just being honest in general. If a woman says, "Oh, you should be happy, I got his bag," no, ma'am, no woman would be cool with that. Dina,
Well, I'm
His
gonna play
baby
devil's
mama's
I'm gonna play
cool.
devil's advocate
okay, go
because
ahead.
I understand what she's saying.
I
Because
get it too.
if
But,
he's off filming on location for 6 months on a show, or 5 weeks on a show, or a year on a movie or whatever, she's handling the finances. Now, if he had a wife, then maybe he would feel comfortable enough for her. But when they in
Exactly.
the talking girlfriend whatever stage, then she's handling his business and making sure that the money is there. Now, on the flip side, if I was the woman, I would be a little perturbed or in the
mm-hmm.
beginning. But if we sat and had a conversation, like the three of us sat and had a conversation today, then I feel like my fears would be de-escalated, because if he trusts you with his bank account, then I should be able to trust you with my man, kind of deal.
Well, then I'm gonna say this: then, if you're taking care of his finances, why are you his brand manager or his financial advisor? Because people get paid to do that. No shade. So if I was a girlfriend,
No.
I would legit say no. I'm saying if I was the other side of that, a girlfriend. Okay, well, since you're doing all these things, you is a best friend. That's weird relationship. It should be you are his financial advisor or brand manager. You get paid for it. That's why you have his hands on his business. Girlfriend, now wife, whatever. That would be the only way I would accept that as a business. Because I'm thinking of business mind.
Listen, if we didn't grow up together and I didn't see this man as my little brother,
Right.
I 100% would be trying to tax him for all
Yeah.
the stress. You know how many gray hairs this man gave
I
me?
can't imagine.
But my thing is, he's taught me a lot about credit. And when Clay's credit high, he got a strict schedule with his bills. He pays certain mortgages early. He does this and that. I know his system, so I can hold everything together. It's a lot. It's 10 houses.
Damn.
10 houses across different states.
Hmm.
You his girlfriend right now, y'all just started dating. If he just hands over his bank account and stuff and says, "Oh, transfer the money and pay all these bills and pay the gardeners and pay this and pay that, and you got to deal with the Section 8 with this one and do this and this," you're not gonna remember all that because you weren't there
Oh, wait.
every step of the
Okay.
way when it was happening. And on top of that, that's a red flag. Like if you just handed me all this responsibility, how many other girls you done handed this responsibility over to?
But
I'm
why? But mama, but why can't he do it himself? Is the other question.
Because they took his phone.
Okay, so you're the
And
only one that handle his business. Oh, she went out for a second. Okay, so you're the only one that handles all of his business while he's away because you guys are so close. Pretty much, you're the only one. Oh, I don't know what happened. Okay, so I don't know what happened. She dipped. Okay, there she goes. She's back. Restriction time is funny, but okay, yeah. So there you go, Mama. The
can you
question I yes, you're fine. You're fine. The question that what in the world? Okay, Go ahead, Dina. I mean,
Somebody's
go
probably
first.
calling her.
Okay.
But basically, I don't think she says she does this all the time. I think it's just when he's on location.
Literally only, yeah, sorry, I kept getting calls. It's
Oh, Dina
literally
called it.
only when let me take this call real quick. Hey, can I call you right back? I'm doing a live stream right now. Okay. Hey, babe. Um, So yeah, it's literally only when he's gone. Like when he went away to goes to play football, when he was in Kuwait, deployed in Kuwait. He's doing this show. He's supposed to be going away to play football again coming up. There's times when he is not allowed to have his cell phone. And instead of letting all his bills go behind and let his credit score tank
Mhm.
and let his tenants go crazy because they need something or something's going wrong, like a giant sinkhole, somebody can handle it for him.
Okay, well, I'm still gonna say this again. You should be getting paid for that. I'm sorry, regardless of what the girlfriend, wife's
I hope
comfortable
you
with
get a
it,
good Christmas
And
bonus
I
or
baby.
tell
present.
him,
You should be getting
I,
paid for that. I'm sorry.
I've told him many times, and I've told the women too. I'm like, I can't wait for him to get married. I Once he gets married, my name, take it off of his houses and put your wife's name on it. Why is
Quick,
my name on it? Because he knows that it
oh, your
ain't
name
got
is on
nothing.
it. Mm.
It ain't got nothing to do with nothing besides the fact that he knows from life experience. But anybody, I'm not a thief, okay? But
Mhm.
he knows from life experiences that if anything were to ever happen to him at any point, I am 100% going to make sure that his children are okay. I know how to maintain his properties to sign them over to his kids when they turn 18. I will
Uh,
make sure that he's fine and his kids are fine. If anything happens, he's in the hospital, anything like that, I make sure that without a shadow of a doubt.
Y'all are really, I mean, you do a lot for a best friend. I wanted to jump in the chat real quick before we get off of here. Aaron said the reason that they know certain things because of the person you're with. They didn't expose it, he did. Nothing on those mics is secret by contract. Diamond says Clay should not have exposed anything about your business. Diamond said he is not your friend. Aaron says you think he's your best friend, but under the light, he exposed you.
Oh, I know. Like I said, I hear y'all. I hear y'all. I 100. We're not. I don't hate him,
Mhm,
but
mhm.
we haven't been speaking lately, because I can't say exactly what it is, but we're
Right,
not
right, right.
speaking right now. But it's like even when we're not speaking, there's certain things like my character, I'm not gonna expose him fully. Like I'm not
That's
gonna do
fine.
that. But what I will do is defend myself when I'm
Right.
dragged into the middle of some crap. I haven't commented on any of the posts, on any of the videos. I have not exposed who I am, but I'm a public figure to a certain extent. So people gonna find me.
Mm.
People are gonna know who I am. I have not I don't know how you guys found me, but I haven't commented or said anything
Oh,
on it.
because my queen up here is the queen of receipts. I'm the queen of reality TV, but this is my queen of
I'm
receipts
the
right in the corner.
investigator.
Yes, yes, baby.
I can find anybody, your
I mean, I
long
can
lost
too, but
cousin, mama, daddy,
mhm.
Bin Laden, any of them. I
Listen,
can find you.
I got a list of people for you to find.
Well,
No,
holla at me, girl.
she should be getting paid for it. The thing about it on my channel, to be honest, the reason why they call me the queen of reality TV because this type of stuff I do. I am the queen of this. When things are exposed, things are caught up. It usually happens on my channel. Nobody was expecting this today. Even Dean didn't know I was right behind the scenes working on it. That's just how I move. But her, we work together. It is a 1-2 punch, baby. We gonna blow it up, whoever it is.
Oh
So
yeah.
that's what we do. So
And I told the producers, I was like, y'all call me and disturb me at my office. You owe me
mm.
more money.
Oh damn.
I said, you filmed me. You filmed a phone conversation. You owe me more money.
Mm.
They were like, no, you want to know how much they paid me for that?
It's
How
up to
much?
you, mama. It's up to you.
$500.
Mm.
Oh hell no! What?
I
Blowing
was,
your whole life up for $500?
thank you. I did
What?
$500.
Oh my
500
god.
bucks. I was like, you guys owe me more money. I was coming on there. $500 was enough for my time. That's not even a quarter of what I make on another set.
Oh, I'm
It's not.
sure. Mm.
That was pennies. I mean, it's a lot of money, but that was pennies for me. I did it because I cared about him. And I said, if you need somebody to be there and to be in her corner, like, let's do this. We do this all the time. We do these shows. Like, let's do this. I
Right.
got your back. But it was so messed up that they dragged me like that. And I was like, I deserve more than $500.
That is insane to me.
Well, get with your lawyers, honey, and get your money.
Yeah,
Woo.
for sure. Because I'm like, that's total defamation of character, and you exposed me. And I very clearly, and then the producers blocked me. They
Oh
blocked me.
no, they didn't.
Oh yeah, they blocked me. I was like, all
They
right,
blocked
bet.
you on Instagram or something.
My phone numbers. I never
Oh,
knew their
gotcha.
Instagrams. They hide.
Mm.
They know they're gonna do something sneaky, so they hide the Instagram. But they blocked my phone number, and I was like, okay, bet. The whole list of producers blocked me.
And you know that because they're not responding to you, you just know you're
The
blocked.
messages stopped delivering. And then when I
Ah.
called them, it said the number is not in service or whatever. And I'm like, y'all still filming the show. I almost drove up to the house. I had the address of the house. I almost drove up there.
Oh, I'm happy you didn't do that. I'm happy you didn't do that.
I
Like,
know. My attorney told me not to.
yeah, that would have been. I wouldn't know. I would not.
That was the
advise.
best advice.
It was. It
Yeah.
was.
See him in court.
Yes, you don't want to do all that
Yeah.
extra stuff. So, well, girl, this has been the show of shows. I've been on
Yeah.
live. I've been on live since 10 o'clock this morning. I've got to get off here. All right, so y'all, thank y'all
All
so
right.
much for coming on here. I thank you, Mama, again. I really appreciate you coming here and talking your shit, standing on your shit, and telling your story. Appreciate it, down.
Thank
Dina, of
you.
course, once again, my queen, always a sweet queen forever. Thank you. So wait a minute. So Aaron, final thing said, I've lived this. What she's saying, and yes, it sounds good, but no, women who have interest. I'm so sorry. What did she say? Women who has interest in going to go for that. It sounds okay to us, but not to the opposite person. Not exactly sure what he was saying with that one. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you are new to this YouTube channel. Again, I am the queen. There's no joke. I don't bullshit about it. What I say is real. The name is earned. Period. All right. With that being said, we out of here. Bye. One thing I want you guys to know, and that nothing that will never change about this, I am the queen of reality TV. Don't get it twisted and don't doubt it.